Hello budget people and welcome back to my channel. My name is She's on a Budget and today we are back for another video. In this video I'll be going through my sinking fund progress for the month of April. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, stay tuned. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. I do hope you are all well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on yet another video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is She's on a Budget and over on my channel, I discuss all things budgeting related. So if that sounds like your type of thing, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are kept up to date with all of my future videos. But guys, we are back for another sinking fund progress video. And I really love coming in at the end of each month and doing these type of videos. It's a little way for me to celebrate the success that I've accrued over the last month. When you've been on a budgeting journey for so long, sometimes you do forget how far you've actually come. So I feel like the sinking fund progress video is a good way to kind of remind yourself on a regular basis just how well you are doing, as little as you may think you are. But yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is come into my sinking funds progress tracker. So this is something that I set up at the beginning of the month with my transaction log. As you can see, we have used some money from these sinking funds this month, but I'll go through each transaction as I check in each envelope. So I've got my categories, I've got my balances or my starting balance, I've got the amount that I budgeted to put into each envelope, but I've also left some spaces for the categories that I didn't have a budget for. And I did say at the beginning of the month, if I had any extra money from variable income, I would put it towards these envelopes. So I can now come in and say exactly how much I was able to put in to these envelopes, which is brilliant. I will then go through how much money I have actually spent. This is where I'll check in my transaction log and then I'll give a closing balance for April. I have my envelopes here ready to go. So the first envelope that I have is Nevaeh's envelope. She is my youngest child. And at the beginning of the month, she had £80 in her envelope. I should have added just 20 this month. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So that makes sense because 80 or 20 is £100. So we have £0 spent and £100 going into our closing balance. Okay, next we have Jada. Jada is my second eldest child. Beginning of the month, she had £30. Her birthday was in February, so we've just recently started to add money back into this envelope for next year. I should have added £20, so we've got 20, 30, 40, 50 in here now. Next we have Tyrese. Tyrese is my eldest child. At the beginning of the month, we had £240 in his envelope, but it was his birthday month. So his birthday was on the 16th of April. So I did actually withdraw in the end £250 from his envelope. So with the 240 that I had at the beginning of the month, adding in £20, we should have maybe £10 in here. Let's have a little look. Yeah, we have only got £10 in here now. So it's still good. I mean, we have got some money in here ready and raring to go for next year. So I'm very pleased. As I said before, I record all transactions that I've spent from my sinking fund in my transaction log at the bottom here. So I can come in and tick off Tyrese's birthday because that's done now. Next, we have car maintenance. At the beginning of the month, I had £90 in here. I added £40 this month. So I should have £130. Let's check. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30. So we do have £130 in here now. Didn't spend any money, which is brilliant. So we've got £130 in car maintenance. Next, we have my water bill and car tax. If you've been following my videos this month, you'll know that we kind of switched things up with my water bill and car tax. At the moment, I'm not budgeting for these sinking funds each month just because things have been really up and down in terms of sales. So as I'm unsure of my income at the moment, I have decided only to stuff these envelopes when I have extra money, such as variable income. So I did expect to maybe stuff like £20 in each one, but let's see how much I actually put into these envelopes. So my water bill, I've managed to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. So we should have £35 in here. So let's check. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, which we do, which is brilliant. So we've got £35 in here. We didn't spend any money. So that goes in here. I am going to change up my fives though, because I do need them. So I'm going to change up 30. And I'm going to take 3 tens, I think, and put them back in here. So that's done. And then car tax is next. At the beginning of the month, I had 0. So again, let's check the boxes. We've got 1, 2, 3. So we should have £15 in here. We've got 5, 10, 15 in here. So we haven't spent any money from here either. These are for next year's bills. So I'm going to leave the 5 and I'm going to take a 10 from here. And that goes back inside here. So they are both done. Okay, coming back to car insurance. At the beginning of the month, I had £180 in this envelope. This is for next year's car insurance renewal fee, premium, whatever. So I had £180 at the beginning of the month. I added 60, so I should have £240. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 40. So we've got £240 in here now. Next, we have my gifts envelope. At the beginning of the month, I had £100. But if you look down here in my transaction log, I did actually use all of that money to fund Tyrese's birthday dinner, or should I say my contribution towards his birthday dinner. I used the majority of the money from my gift envelope, but I also had to use £60 from my eating out envelope, which is quite a lot of money. To be fair, I did spend around about the same amount for Jada's birthday, so I'm really thinking about either adding more to my gifts envelope each week, or I'm thinking about maybe doing like a separate envelope that would encompass like birthday treats, or I don't know how to name it. Maybe you can give me some ideas, guys. But yeah, this is obviously just an annual thing, but it will still be nice to not have to dip into my gifts envelope, because that is technically not a gift. It's kind of like a celebration. Maybe it should be called a celebration envelope. I don't know, guys. But yeah, I did use quite a bit of money from these 2 envelopes to actually pay for that meal. So let's go to our gifts envelope. It's all the way at the back here. We currently have £20 in this envelope. So I'm guessing that is the amount that I was able to put in to this envelope this month. So we've currently got £20 in here, and I'm going to minus the 100, which means that we have a closing balance of £20 as well. So yeah, guys, definitely gonna have to change things up a bit. I mean, when it comes to my children's birthdays, I think I might add a celebrations envelope. But yeah, do let me know what you think in the comments below. Next, we have annuals. This is for annual home insurance and annual pet insurance. At the beginning of the month, I had £90. I added 20, or I should have added 20. So we currently have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, £110 in here. So we've got 110. Next, I have health. At the beginning of the month, I had £110 in here. I did add £10, but I also spent £100. That was this week. I don't even think I added it to the transaction log. I didn't. So health goes down here, and that was on the 24th. So £100. and that was for the dentist. So I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. So I've taken out that money for health. So we should have £10 in here. I'm just going to check. And we do, so that's done. Luxuries next, but I didn't add any money to my luxury envelope this month. It's taken a little bit of a freeze. My emergency fund is next, and as you know, I did take out quite a bit of money from my emergency fund at the beginning of the month to act as like a buffer. So I took out 2,500, but I was able to add it back and at the end of the month. So although I added 2,500, I also took it out, which basically leaves me with a balance of the same, which is 8,837.62, which I'm not mad at, guys. I'm really, really happy. I've also got a buffer that I've left in my current account, so I'm feeling positive. In terms of hair and beauty and clothes this month, these two weren't budgeted for either, so they were at a zero balance, both of them. Hair and beauty, I was able to add 20, 40, 60, 80 pounds this month. So I was able to add 80 pounds. And I didn't spend any money. So our closing balance is 80. So that can go back in here. And then for clothes, it's the same. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So yeah, I was able to add 80 into clothes. Didn't spend any, so we're left with the same 80. Okay, last one we have is YouTube. YouTube is a bit of a different one. It's the only category that is still in my current account. So I do have like a savings pot for YouTube. Main reason being, most of the type of purchases that I'll make using this money would be online. So I haven't decided to move this back into a cash envelope. It just saves me time, especially when I want to make a purchase using this money. So this month I have actually spent £100 on lighting, which was at the beginning of the month. But I also used some money recently. This was on the 26th for £40. And this was for my nails. Now you might be thinking, why did I actually spend this money using my YouTube money as opposed to hair and beauty or my personal or what have you? But this is something that I have said to you like many times before. Anything to do with like YouTube, social media, anything like that, I do use this money for that. So like you might class obviously my nails as part of like my costume or hair and makeup for a video. This is where the money should be coming from. It shouldn't really be coming from hair and beauty because that has nothing to do with my job. Whereas my nails are kind of like part of this whole channel, if that makes sense. So I decided this month to take the money from that envelope as opposed to hair and beauty or my personal envelope. So in total, we've spent £140. And then in terms of money in, I didn't put any money into this envelope at all this month. So we should have £160 left in my account for YouTube. Okay guys, I'm sorry about the lighting, by the way. It has definitely like caused quite a lot of shadows. I usually film these videos late at night, so I'm really, really sorry about all the shadows and stuff, but I think I've managed to fix it slightly just now. So yeah, we'll continue. Okay, so let's come in and go through my totals. So I just want to run through and add up the amount of money that I actually added to my envelopes this month. And that comes to £2,910. Which, to be fair, if I was to take away the 2,500, which was taken from my emergency fund at the beginning of the month, it's only £410. That actually makes me feel a lot better, guys. So in terms of money spent, we've got the 250, add 100, add 100, add 2,500, add 140, which is 3,090. But again, If I take away the 2,500, it's more like 590, which is still obviously more than we put in. So I'm not looking to have a massive difference in terms of closing balances. So at the beginning of the month, we had £10,057.62 across our saving pots. So if I have the 10,057.62, add 290 or 2910 minus 3090, we are left with £9,877.62. So it looks as though we spent more money from our sinking funds than we've actually put in. But because most of that money has come from sinking funds as opposed to my emergency fund, I'm really, really not worried, guys. And I said this before, I think sometimes we forget that these envelopes and our cash envelopes are for us to use them as and when we need to. Obviously, they're not just for us to use willy-nilly, but they are there for us to spend this money, but in a more controlled manner. So yeah, it will be nice to see, obviously, across the board, all of them increasing, and they will, because we've had to pay out quite a lot this month. Just one of those months where I have used more than I've actually saved. But yeah, that's all done. Okay guys, so if you've managed to get to the end of this video without being bothered by the glare, thank you so much. But that is all for now. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please not forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, please not forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are kept up to date with all of my future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.